A Day on the Focus with Anne. Hello, history buffs and casual listeners alike. Today's date is January 12th, and boy oh boy do we have a packed historical calendar. Buckle up, because we're going way back to 475 AD. That's right, folks, Byzantine Emperor Zeno got the boot. Apparently, being emperor wasn't all gilded chariots and endless feasts. His general, Basiliscus, staged a coup and Zeno had to hightail it out of Constantinople. Talk about a bad day at the office. Fast forward a bit to 1528, and we have Gustav I becoming King of Sweden. He'd been in charge since 1523, but finally got the official crown. Sounds like a slow promotion, but hey, better late than never, right? Then there's 1554, the year Bainong became King of Burma. This guy built an empire in Southeast Asia that was huge, the biggest the region had ever seen. Makes you wonder what his secret was. Probably a really good army, and maybe a knack for diplomacy, or maybe just a lot of really scary war elephants. Skipping ahead to January 12, 1616, the Portuguese founded Belém, Brazil. Now a bustling city, I imagine the founding wasn't quite as glamorous as they might have hoped. Imagine mosquitoes, humidity, and maybe a few run-ins with local wildlife. And 1792 brought us Thomas Pinckney, appointed the first U.S. minister to Great Britain. I wonder what kind of tea he got served at Buckingham Palace. Hopefully something stronger than chamomile. 1808 was a mixed bag. St. Mary's Church in Reculver, England, this ancient Anglo-Saxon church, was demolished to prevent coastal erosion. Sad for history buffs, a bit more practical for those worried about their houses being swept away by the sea. On the brighter side of 1808, the Vernerian Natural History Society, a Scottish group of science nerds, had their first meeting. From there we see the Palermo Rising in Sicily, 1848, a rebellion against the Bourbon Kingdom. Always a good time for a bit of political upheaval. The Royal Aeronautical Society formed in 1866. I wonder how many of their early members believed planes would actually work. 1872 saw Johannes I V crowned Emperor of Ethiopia, a grand coronation, probably with a lot more pomp and circumstance than Zeno's slightly less successful crowning moment. And then 1895 brought us the creation of the National Trust in the UK, always good to protect historical places. We could continue this for hours. But we've already touched on a few key events of this day throughout history. Now for a little bit of creative fun to close the show. Imagine this: Zeno, fleeing Constantinople in 475, stumbles upon a time-traveling portal. He lands in 1969, smack dab in the middle of Super Bowl III. He's bewildered by the giant TV screens, the commercials, and the strange, loud cheering for the Jets. He tries to explain his plight in ancient Greek, resulting in a very confused Joe Namath offering him a hot dog. Zeno, clutching the hot dog, gazes at the spectacle of this bizarre new world. The time-traveling hot dog, a symbol of the unexpected connections across time, reminds us that while events in history might seem isolated, there's a strange, tangled tapestry connecting them all, even if it involves hot dogs and ancient emperors watching sports. So until tomorrow, keep your eyes peeled for history's surprises, both big and small. This has been A Day on the Focus. Over and out!